Hey guys, welcome to the third video of Python programming language tutorial. In this video we will be discussing in detail about Python data types, and especially we will be discussing numerical data type, string data type, and before that I will be giving a brief introduction to the Jupyter Lab notebook, and let's get started. In the Anaconda Navigator we have installed, we are going to launch the Jupyter Lab present here. So it has opened the Jupyter Lab in the browser. Now we are going to open Python 3 present under the notebook section. So before talking about the data types, I just want to give you the brief introduction about this Jupyter Lab environment. Here in this tab file browser, you will see that whatever the notebooks you have created and you have worked upon, you can view the notebooks here. So when we have clicked on Python 3 and it has created us one untitled Python notebook for us, it is saved under the extension IPYNB, which is nothing but Python notebook. So I'm going to give a meaningful name for it. I'm going to give data types, since we are going to discuss about data types. And you can even create a new Python notebook here, and you can create a new folder here, and also you can even upload the Python notebook if you have it offline. It is just to refresh the list. And basically this save icon, it is used to save the Python notebook we are working, and until you save this thing will be in black, and if you have saved it, and it will turn into normal like a close icon. So as you can see, it has turned into close icon now because I have saved it just now. And this icon, this plus icon, is used to insert a cell below it. I'm going to click it. So as you can see, there is a new cell has inserted, and it has turned into black, which tells you that there is some unsaved changes you have made, and do you want to save it, like that. And this is used to cut the cells. So for it, I'm going to give some Python code here, x equal to 3 and x, and execute it by giving shift plus enter. You don't need to compile in Python, so you can straight away give shift plus enter here. And I'm going to select multiple cells by clicking on it, and by pressing shift you can select multiple cells. So by pressing shift, I have selected multiple cells here. I have selected the first two cells. I'm going to cut them. It is basically just cut paste, and I have cut them. Now I'm going to paste them using this icon. So as you can see, it has pasted the cells whatever we have cut just now. And similar to the cut, this tool is for copying the selected cells, and this is to run the cells and go to advance, which we were basically doing by shift plus enter. You can either do that or this. For me, doing shift plus enter is fast. And if your program is going on loop or something, and you want to stop it, you can use this interrupt the kernel. And this is just to restart the kernel if your kernel is stuck somewhere, and if it is not working, the kernel is not working, you can use that. And this drop down basically tells you uh, the type of your cell. In the first cell, it is currently interpreted as a code, and if you want to change that as a markdown, you can very well do that by selecting the markdown in from that drop down list. Markdown is nothing but it's a subset of HTML language, and you can basically present your ideas, and whatever you type you can see that. um, Basically, this Jupyter notebook is used by data scientists to present their ideas to some other people. In between the program, you just need to give some explanations in a more presentable way. You will be using Markdown. So for example, I'm going to give hash data types. This hash sign is nothing but to represent the header. So I'm giving shift plus enter. So you can see that a heading of data types is created, and I'm double clicking on it in order to edit that cell. I am just typing like this is the tutorial for data types present in Python, and I am giving shift plus enter, and as you can see whatever I have typed it is visible right here. So and this cells by default considering as a code which is Python 3 obviously. And now I am going to start discussing about data types. I think now you are familiar with this Jupyter Lab environment now. Okay, in Python there are many data types, and numeric data types such as integer, float, complex type, and with respect to text type, there is only one data type which is string type. And there are many Python arrays which are set, list, tuple, dictionary, and these are the commonly used data types, and there are many other data types also, but we are not going to discuss them because we will not mostly use them. And in this data type section, let's see about numeric data types present in Python. And numeric data types, as usual, integer is there, which we have already seen, x equal to 3. And talking about integer data type, there is no limit for integer data type. You can give how much ever number you can assign to any variable. For example, I am going to give this much. As you can see, I am typing a very long integer, and you don't need to specifically give the data type in Python. It's all internal. So as you can see in the column, I have given 745 characters. Now I am going to give shift enter, and the x is assigned with this big amount of value, and I'm going to see what is present in x. So it has no problem of producing the output of this much big value. And it is evident that the Python has no limit of storing the integer data type. And you can also store values for multiple variables like this: x, y, z equal to 5, 6, 7. So it will store the values respectively. You can check the value of y now. It is having 6 because in the left hand side it is present as a second variable, and the second value of the right hand side is uh, assigned to the y variable correspondingly. And I can check the value of z here. It is having 7 and x is having the value of 5. It has overridden the previous value of large value we have assigned, and it is currently having 5. And there is another data type which is float in the numeric data type of Python. I'm giving x equal to 6.3. This is float variable, and to check what is the type of variable, you can give type of x. I'm going to check the data type of x, so I'm giving type of x. It is returning us the value of float. So now you can know that x is a variable of float data type. So I'm giving x equal to 5 here, and type of x is integer. So this is how you check the data type of a variable. There is another numerical data type present in Python, which is called complex, which is having imaginary value in x equal to 9j, and I'm going to give check the type of x. It is showing as a complex variable. Now we are going to see about the string data type. You can give the string is string in double quotes or single quotes also. String. So I'm checking the value. It is having string, and string is nothing but an array of characters in Python. So I'm checking what is present in x of 0. It is s, which is nothing but the first character of the variable string. I am checking x of 4. It is having n 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth position, it is having n. So next thing we are going to see is the scope of a variable, and basically if any variable can be global, or it can be limited to a function alone. For example, I'm going to declare one function, and before that we are going to give x equal to 5, and now the x is having the value of 5. I'm going to define one function here, def my function, and I'm going to print the value of x. Now I'm going to call that function, so it has returned me the value of 5. So basically the global variable x, the x is reflected inside the function also, and I'm going to change this function as here x equal to, I'm going to give 10, and I'm going to call that function once again. Now you can see that the same x is having with the value of 10, and now I'm going to check the value of x, which is a global variable. It is having the value of 5. So the value of x is not changed here, and the scope of the variable this x is just this function. So it is not changing the value of the global variable x. If you don't define this x, it will print the value of the global variable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare this x as a global variable here, Now I'm going to run this, and so I'm going to call this function now. So for us, this function now, it should have changed the value of the global variable x as 10 now, and but outside this function we had this value of 5. Now let us check what is present in x. It is having 10. So basically, this declaration of global, it is changing the um, value of x even if it is present outside the function. Single line comment, which is just hash hello world, and it will not execute. And for multiple line commands in Python, there is no such thing called a multi-line command. You just have to use the hash sign only for multiple lines, like hash hello 1, hash hello 2, hash hello 3, like this. But if the number of lines is larger and you have to comment out, it is not that easy if you keep on giving hash for each line. So there is one shortcut actually, and you can do like for example hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, and you can select the multiple lines here, and you can give control plus the forward slash, and using this shortcut you can see that the multiple lines have commented, and this is a faster method to do that. Also, you can assign multiple variables with a single string or any other data type, like x equal to y equal to z equal to dog. Now I am checking the value of y, so y is having the value of same dog, and z is having dog.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. And in this video we have discussed a lot about numerical data type and string data type of Python programming language, and we have also discussed about Jupyter Lab notebook, and in the next video we will be discussing about arrays present in Python, such as list, set, tuple and dictionary. Until then, see you. Have a great day.